Well, good day to you. It has been so long since I last talked to you. I am currently sitting under my big, huge umbrella on my front porch while it's raining outside. And it's my work day, and my computer is just decided that it's going to take a big dive and stop working right now. I'm all frozen up and I can't continue working, so I decided I would come on here and give you guys an update and see how you were doing. So, how are you guys doing? Since I last talked to you, I had the last time I talked to you, I was all gung ho and motivated and inspired to start this new adventure of weight loss and working back on taking care of me and getting things done. And guess what? Here's my update. I feel like a total and utter failure. The last weigh in that I had shared with you, I was at about, gosh, what was it, 199? I don't think I hit the 200 mark. Maybe I did hit the 200 mark. Nonetheless, I just got on the scale yesterday. I was 202.8. And it almost brings me to tears because I'm technically about, I don't know, 10 pounds away from being at my highest stinking frickin' weight again. And that just irritates me to no end. And I just wish that weight loss wasn't so damn hard. I wish that the discipline for me to put food in my mouth wasn't so difficult. Let me give you an example. So normally I'm not one that just throws the baby out with the bathwater when when something doesn't go right for me. But so yesterday I recreated a meal that Pioneer Woman made, which was these easy enchiladas because they were made with the taquitos, store-bought taquitos frozen. You put it in a 9x13 pan, you pour some red sauce over it, a bunch of cheese, and then you bake it, see? But excuse my chicken in the background who's yelling at me. But for some odd reason I thought, let's double the cheese because it's going to taste better. And then let's not calculate the calories until after the meal. Let me just give you a word of encouragement that if you do this, you're not the only one. I do it too. So after I was done eating a portion, which I thought, according to the box of the taquitos, it was 4 taquitos equals 1 serving, and that would have been 390 calories. And the red sauce is like super, like no big deal. It's just a sauce. Then I look at the cheese, and because I doubled it, I technically consumed 4 ounces of cheese, which made my meal like over 800 calories. Like, what the hell? I don't know what I was thinking. And then to make matters worse, remember I told you I don't normally throw the baby out with the bathwater? I scooped myself double the amount of ice cream that I normally would sit down and eat. Full fat ice cream with marshmallow topping and hot fudge, and I was like, screw it. One of them days, you're just gonna screw up the whole thing. And that's what I did. So I just come on here to talk to you about, like, you know, technically my weight and my BMI could possibly now be high enough for me to be qualified for Ozempic. And who knows, maybe I do have some diabetes that could be going on with all this weight gain, but I don't think so. And my sister asked me, because we were just texting about it, I was telling her how frustrated I am lately with all of this weight gain, and she was just like, well, do you think you would go back on Ozempic? And I was like, I don't know, because the mental game with that medicine, like being able to lose all of the weight and getting myself to a better weight felt amazing. I felt like I was so in control. I felt like I was on cloud 9. I felt like I was able to make the decisions to not eat or not to overeat and not to have, like, zone in on all of this cravings of food and eating poorly and everything else that goes along with that, right? But since stopping the medicine and, I don't know, sitting here where I am today, back up to my original highest weight, just about less 10 pounds, I feel like an utter effing failure. I feel horrible inside. I feel like I don't have a disciplined bone in my body. And yet, I don't know if I would go back on Ozempic because the mind game is so real. And the pain that I feel inside mentally and emotionally by not being able to lose weight really, really sucks. It's really getting to me. And, I really thought that I had figured things out where I was going to have decreased calorie intake and bump up my protein intake. But then I was reading some articles that, that extra protein, that if you eat extra more than your body needs, that it just sits in fat storage and in your cells to be used at a later date, which just adds weight. And I'm just like, oh, have I been doing this all wrong the past few weeks? Like, I must be, because I'm not seeing a decrease on the scale. So there's a lot of things I'm going to have to change and probably do an overhaul on, going back to eating less protein than what I was before and eating less calorie intake per day than I currently am, and just see if I can get that dang scale to budge. Like, I don't know. And as we age, it's harder to lose the weight. I'm currently 46 years old. It's that time of the month, or it should be soon. It hasn't started yet. But, I'm not doing myself any favors here. I don't do a regular exercise program anymore like I used to. It's summertime. I should be walking every day with my dog, and I'm not. I've just lost all ambition and motivation to do it. And in fact, when I try to get up off the couch, I feel like I look like my mom or my mother-in-law who really struggle to get up off the stinking couch. And I'm out of breath. And, I just took a flight recently where I was running to get to my next gate because the previous flight was delayed. And I was huffing it and I was running. And I was so out of breath that I thought I was going to have a stroke, or a heart attack at the very least. And when I checked my Fitbit app later on, after my heart settled down and I was able to catch my breath and my thoughts and my wits about myself, I was seeing that my highest heart rate during that whole running episode was 175 beats per minute. That's dangerous. I wasn't even trying to be physically active. It just shot up there. So that's a concern for me. It doesn't normally go that high, even when I'm walking, even when I'm doing aerobic activity in the gym. So that number there scared me, and I'm like, maybe I'm just obviously not well conditioned and I need to just work on conditioning my body, but not going so hardcore that I don't want to continue doing it. So, because I do believe that exercise and weightlifting specifically helps to burn fat, and I think I'd be a little bit more motivated if I could see some of that fat coming off my body by doing that. And so for instance, today, I know it's just the very first start of it all. Don't get excited. It's probably all just not going to work out. But I took my 1 pound hand weights, and I know that if you increase the repetition on a lower weight, that you're still getting a pretty good workout. So I did a full upper body workout at home with 1 pound weights. I felt like a fool, again, feeling like a failure, because I know I can do more. I know I can lift heavier. I know I have a gym stinking membership and I'm not going. But I at least decided that today was the day that I was going to start. I can at least do that. And guess what? That's one day of not giving up for sure, and one day of doing something a little bit better than I did yesterday. And I guess at this point in the game, that's my goal. Doing one thing better than I did the day before and not giving up. And not eating any more enchiladas. I think, and I had another recipe this week in mind to make, another Pioneer Woman. It was like some viral sensation, and it was a 3-sauce baked spaghetti meal that had chicken Alfredo sauce, a red sauce, and a pesto sauce, all in one meal. And I'm sitting here thinking, pesto is high in calories. Why would I be adding 2 more other high caloric you know, toppings on all of that. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why that recipe even shouted to me, other than it looked really good, cheesy, yummy, comfort food, but it's not helping me. And then I saw another gal here on YouTube that was making a meal that consisted of chicken burgers, no buns, and I'm like, oh, I could do that. That would be tasty. And then she made it with like oh gosh, the salsa had corn and avocado and thyme. I don't know what else she put in there. But because I don't like the chunks of salsa, I was like, I could put that in my blender and just pour it over and eat it in like a paste or a puree or a sauce, and still get the flavor. I don't know, people. I am just really frustrated. And I really wanted to come on here and give you all of these motivating videos, but like, what's the point of only talking about the positives, right? Like, I still have to show you and be real and honest about my struggles. So I'm just telling you right now, I'm struggling. And I don't like how I look in my dresses. I don't like how I look in my bathing suit. And it's not like it's stopping me from wearing those items of clothing, but I certainly just don't feel good about myself. In fact, last night I wanted to go to bed early because I just truly felt so depressed about how I was looking. So, I know I'm capable of doing better, and I'm attempting to work on that. Work in progress. So I hope that the next video I come on here to talk to you about, I won't still be in this slump, and that I will have conquered my issue and rededicated myself, redisciplined myself. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic, magical day and the rest of your week. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Take care.